Welcome to Your Health. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred, and joining us on this episode is Emily Thompson, Director at the Women's Health Center at Terrebonne General Health System. We will be discussing the Birth Ready designation that they recently achieved and what it means for patients in our community. Welcome to the show, Emily.
Hi.
Hi. Well, I'm so glad you could join us today. And I'd like to know a little bit more about you and your role at Terrebonne General.
Yeah, so I'm Emily Thompson. I'm the director of the Women's Center. So I'm in charge of the day-to-day operations of the Women's Center, which involves labor and delivery, nursery postpartum, NICU, GYN, and lactation.
Okay, that's a big role.
Yes.
All right, well, today we're going to break it down and just talk about one big designation that was recently achieved by your department. So what is the Birth Ready Award?
Yeah, so the Birth Ready designation is a state designation. We're involved in our Louisiana Perinatal Quality Collaborative. And so it's just showing that our birthing facility is implementing practices to increase maternal health outcomes.
Okay, and how did Terrebonne General go about receiving this designation?
Yeah, so we have to do a survey. You have to show that you're improving your practices, making sure that we're having like a safe, equitable birth for all families that are delivering here.
Okay, and can you share with us about how extensive the process was? I know there's a bunch of different steps that you go through.
There are. And so first thing is education. You have to start educating your physicians and your staff on these recommendations. A lot revolves around like severe hypertension, which we know how important it is to make sure that your blood pressure is stable, especially when you're pregnant. Also with decreasing postpartum hemorrhage, which can be a huge risk for a mom. So it's just different things that we're more aware of now to make sure that we're having a safer delivery.
Okay. And why is it important for Terrebonne General to have this designation?
Yeah, I think it just shows that we want to make sure that our moms have those health outcomes that we're looking for. We want to make sure they're having a safe birth.
Okay. And basically, it's based on best practices,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And some of the things that you have to look for in deliveries. How many babies does Terrebonne General deliver?
About 1,400 a year.
Okay, so that's quite a few
Yes.
little miracles coming into the world, huh? So what kind of impact does an award like this have on our community?
Oh, it's just making people healthier, making people more aware of their health also. Because part of the designation is having the families involved in their care, knowing that we're providing this care to them, and why it's so important for them to make sure their blood pressure is stable or making sure that we're watching for them closely after delivery. So it's just making sure after they have that baby and while they're pregnant that their health is important.
Right. And Terrebonne General has one of the only NICUs, neonatal intensive care units, in the region. So tell us, why is that so important to have?
Yeah, so having a level 3 NICU is very important. I was a NICU nurse for a long time, about 7-8 years, and I think it gives our community that sense of I guess you can say just feeling better about having their baby here, because then their baby gets to stay here if it does need that higher level of care. Nobody expects their baby to go to the NICU. It's usually something that happens that you wasn't expecting. And so emotions are already heightened, but knowing that your baby can be cared for here at your hospital that you delivered at is very important, and not have to worry about your baby going somewhere else.
Correct. You can stay with your baby.
Yes.
And I know breastfeeding is another huge initiative that you're very passionate about. So let's talk a little bit about that. Why is that important for new moms, and what are the resources that you provide?
Yeah, so, it's all about informed choice, just education. So if we can provide moms with education to just know why we promote breastfeeding, and so they can get those resources with our lactation department. They can call our lactation consultant. They can do a prenatal visit with them. They can also get some resources through their OBs before they come in. We have childbirth class. We have breastfeeding class as well if they want more of that, like formal kind of coming in and kind of like a classroom setting.
Right.
But yeah, just knowing that giving that baby that first food, that natural food, and why it's so important for that baby with the health benefits. Also for mom, we're decreasing cancers when we're breastfeeding. So we
Yeah.
can give that baby that protection, but also we have that protection throughout life.
Right. And what are the benefits again for breastfeeding for the
Yeah.
baby?
So for baby, it's the perfect nutrition. Your body knows how big your baby was, how old your baby was when it was born, how many weeks. And so your body is giving that baby the perfect nutrition. So it's easy to digest. It's great for bonding, kind of helps you fall in love with your baby a little bit. And we just know that, it helps decrease childhood obesity, which then we know if we can control our weight, there's lots of other health outcomes that are better for us.
Yeah, so there's nothing but positives
Absolutely,
about breastfeeding.
yes.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to share about the Women's Health Center?
Oh, I think we just have a really good group of people that work in the Women's Center, and they care about their patients. They treat them like family, and we want people to come here to deliver their babies.
Right, you can't ask for better than that.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do and the dedication that you have.
Oh, thank you.
For more information about the Terrebonne General Women's Health Center, visit tghealthsystem.com. Thanks for joining us on To Your Health. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred, and we'll see you right back here next week.
Since 1954, Terrebonne General has been a beacon of health and hope in our community. As we mark 7 decades of dedication to your well-being, Terrebonne General Health System remains committed to advancing healthcare, improving lives, and expanding our services to meet your evolving needs. In celebrating our past, we look forward to a future filled with promise and progress. Your health is our legacy. To discover more, visit tghealthsystem.com.